Are we gonna start the show? Or are you gonna keep dancing like a fucking idiot?
Joseph Garelli and myself, Tyler Reinhardt. This is the absolute worst podcast ever.
Absolutely worst podcast.
Thank you so much for tuning in and listening to the worst podcast ever. There's probably so many better ways you could be spending your time, but you're tuning in.
You're gonna waste 10 minutes of your life listening to us fucking bullshit about pointless shit. Unbiased.
Why?
Shit.
Why? Because it's the worst podcast ever.
Because it's the worst podcast ever.
Hold on a second.
Okay.
Great, I can smell it over here.
I'm sorry. I don't want to do that again.
Because I wanted to keep smelling that. Actually, can you keep blowing this way, please?
No, I can't.
All right, sweet, thanks.
So, Hurricane
So
Matthew.
I definitely saw a meme today that really pissed me off. I'm getting sick. First of all, I'm getting sick and tired of all of these motherfuckers getting so butthurt over what is called racism.
Well, what? Okay, you put it in quotes. So, what do you mean racism?
There's definitely racism out there,
Of course.
but people are starting to add words to racism. And something I saw today that really upset me. It kind of triggered me. I started having seizures. Just kidding. This lady, she posted, Hurricane Matthew just hit Haiti. Now there's confirmed 339 people dead in Haiti. This is a perfect example of environmental racism. And I just couldn't believe what the fuck I read. Hashtag Black Lives Matter.
No fucking way.
Yes.
Was this lady being serious?
I don't know. I don't doubt it.
Environmental racism.
Environmental racism.
Like, as in the hurricane targeted the black people.
As in, like, probably the U.S. government created this hurricane and put it right over...
Oh, dude. Oh, my God. I actually, somebody on my Facebook, I'm not going to mention any names, but if it's a he. If he's listening to this, he'll know I'm talking about him. But he shared a fucking post, and it was like talking about how, like, he's a conspiracy theorist, and he was talking about how Hurricane Matthew was actually designed by the government and the fucking planes that leave those trails in the sky.
The
chemtrails, whatever you want to call them, they those were specifically designed to manipulate the environment and manipulate the atmosphere to create a hurricane and send it right on track. That's fucking ridiculous.
See, I would believe that if the part of the storm that was supposed to be devastating for our area was more than a light drizzle. Because the storm that we got was fucking embarrassing. I'd be embarrassed if I was Hurricane Matthew, because that was the shittiest storm.
Hurricane Matthew.
I've been through worse.
Hey, Hurricane Matthew, if you're listening to this, you're a weak bitch.
Yeah. You fucking bitch.
Hey, Hurricane Matthew, you didn't do shit.
You're a piece of shit. But, so yeah, you know, and it's just stupid. I think people are taking this racism thing too far. They're using it as a shield now, you know?
A shield as a shield.
Like, if they're offended...
Oh, they don't want
racism.
this, so they don't want their...
Racism, sexism. You know, it's all this. It's
I'm
all
triggered. I'm triggered. You're making... You know, I had an idea the other day. I think that, like, being, you know, like transgender, you know, transgender people.
Yeah.
I don't know how we got to transgender, but from racism to Hurricane Matthew to transgender, that's what you get when you're on the worst podcast ever. So
Just get a bunch of bullshit.
Hey, it's whatever though. So transgender, I really believe, for real, is the ultimate form of a complaint.
Yep.
You know, you if you're a man, okay, so say you're a man and you want to be a woman, that's the ultimate complaint ever. Like, oh, it's hot outside. Oh, it's too hot outside. Or, oh man, I wish I had a better car. Ugh, this penis is bothering me. Like, that's like, how can you can't really, that's the ultimate complaint.
I'm so tired of sweating down there and sticking to my left thigh.
I'm so tired of this penis. I just wish I could cut it off. And, you know, some doctor was in the background. It was
It's like, that's a brilliant $1 million making idea.
Good idea. Hey, you know what? Don't ever let anybody tell you wrong. Just give me $6 million and we'll chop that little bugger right off. I don't know why my doctor was a Beetlejuice impression.
I don't know why you made it so epic at the end, like as if it's the next, #1 movie of 2017.
Dude, seriously, it's like the biggest thing. There's talk because so many people are chopping their cocks off. They're
just inverting themselves.
They're inverting themselves, but there's also guess what? They have to make a fucking transgender bathroom.
Oh my god! If I ever see one, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I didn't think this through.
You used to see like the fucking memes. That'd be like like the super right wing people are like, if my daughter's ever in the bathroom and I see a man walk in there, I'm shooting him. I'm shooting his ass.
What?
Yeah, I swear to God, people share stuff about that. Like, if my daughter's going to the bathroom and I see a man who's supposedly being a woman walk in that bathroom, I'm shooting his ass.
That's so stupid.
Yeah, retarded.
That's against God.
Yeah, and then that whole thing comes in. It just everything just continues to cause conflict.
I think nowadays everybody has found their way through the system and has picked every single thing that could possibly be used to defend themselves and just uses it.
I think there's more. I think that we just don't know about yet.
Yeah, I try not to pay attention to it because I don't give a shit. I'm not offended.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not. If you're really, seriously though, transgender, you're not secure with yourself. But somebody was trying to tell me before that there's really people like you've heard the argument. Oh, they're born that way. They're born. It's a woman born into a man's body, or it's a woman born in, or it's a man born into a woman's body, or vice versa. Whatever. No. Vice versa. Do you think that's possible? Like I haven't. How is that?
No.
How the fuck is that possible? Like I know, like myself, I'm thinking
maybe How about this? There's autistic people,
and I'm not trying to be judgmental. Honestly, I'm just trying to figure. I'm trying to get the bottom of this.
So there's autistic people. They're most definitely fucking born that way. There's no way they're not.
Yeah, and there's no changing it. There's
no changing it. Maybe that's how it is with gay people. Maybe they're born with a different I'm confusing myself, but like maybe they're born with just like a different form of thought process for attraction. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
not everybody has the same brain.
But maybe it makes sense though, because you don't really. I mean, when did you start having sexual desires? I don't remember.
Very fucking early.
Was for me too. It was
probably 7 years old.
It was very, very early for me as well, and I just can't seem to think. Oh, my dog's scratching at the door. I'm gonna fucking beat his ass. I abuse my dog, PETA. Guess what?
He has a black eye.
Yeah, I give my dog a black eye every day. Well, I mean, that'd be kind of weird. That'd be cool if he healed it. Whatever. But no, like I remember being sexually attracted. I think I masturbated to porn for the first time when I was, I think 9 years old. In the woods. I remember this. It was in the woods behind my dad's house.
That's weird.
I found it. It was there was a mattress, jeans, and like boots all over it. It was a homeless person. He had Playboy magazines laying on the floor, and I jerked off to it in the woods on this homeless man's mattress.
Strange.
Very strange.
Very strange.
It's out there. It's out there now.
Okay, so my first experience with a naked woman, and if you're offended out there, I'm not sorry. But my first experience with a naked woman, I was in we lived in this apartment complex. We were living in Arizona at the time. We were in this apartment complex, and I was definitely either 6 or 7. Mom was like, all right, you can play on the computer. So I was like, all right, I'm 6 or 7 years old. The only thing I know about is fucking Nickelodeon or Cartoon Network. Yeah. So I go to Nickelodeon.com, and there's this SpongeBob game, and I start playing with it, or I start playing it, and my buddies, who are like 3 or 4 years older than me, they come over, and they're like, hey, check this out. And I was like, okay. They told me it was the greatest SpongeBob game of all time, so I was like, all right, let's check it out, And they fucking pull up this porno, dude.
Nice.
And I was like, what is this?
Nice.
I was like, this is amazing. This is better than any SpongeBob game I ever played.
Yeah, this is the best SpongeBob game ever.
Wow. Wow. And the entire time I just keep hearing him go, "This is such a fun game." Yeah, because there was a babysitter there, and they kept going, "This is such a fun game."
Super
like
obvious.
Yeah.
Super obvious. The babysitter didn't give a fuck.
But I was definitely really hard. I didn't know what was going on.
That's funny, dude. That's funny. Actually, one of the first times I ever looked like before this, you just reminded me. That was the first time I ever jerked off to porn. But the first time I ever saw porn, I was probably 6 or 7, something like that. And then we were at my grandma's house, and I typed in on the computer, girls peeing. I think I typed in girls peeing.
What?
And the weird thing is, I had to go ask my grandma, how do you spell girl? That's how early it was. I remember, I vividly remember having to go ask my grandma, how do you spell girl? And she said, GIRL. Oh, you're so smart, little boy. And then I went back in the room. I was like, I got the ammo now. So I typed in girls peeing, and some girl spread apart her vagina. It was like a meme, not a meme, but like a gif of some girl peeing. Strange. But on that note, hey, we'll cut it out. This is the worst podcast ever. Thanks so much thanks for tuning in. We're always looking for merchandise suppliers. So if you've got a business that you want promoted, or if you got a t-shirt brand that you want promoted, email us at worstpodcastever13@gmail.com, and we will gladly promote it on the show for you. Because as of right now, we don't have any merch. So thanks so much. My name's Tyler Reinhart, and always I'm accompanied by
Joseph Gurley. I'm still fucking amazed at that last fucking story you told.
Joseph Gurley, myself, Tyler Reinhart. Thanks so much. Until next time. Until next time. Love you guys. Bye.